Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger and my friends. SNK was very kind to let me have an advanced look at Wolfgang Krauser, our latest DLC character for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Our seemingly long lost boss from Fatal Fury 2. Thing about that is, we thought he sort of disappeared back in the day, and then a few months back we got this little animatic that said, hey, turns out he might have lived at the end of Fatal Fury 2 when everyone thought he died. And sure enough, he did live. And now, years later in the canon, because, he's got silver hair now, although still a little bit of purple in the hair, which I think looks really snazzy, actually. But he's older, hopefully wiser, and he's got a really interesting moveset in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. So let's take a look. And actually, before we even do that, let's look at a stage and let's listen for a second. Yeah, that's right. We got a remix of Dies Irae, his classical Fatal Fury 2 theme. And Wolfgang's classy as ever. Look at this. We got a big theater packed of people ready to watch you kick and punch people's heads in, because that's kind of what he's all about. He may be 7 feet tall and a mountain of muscle, but he's all about class in the end. Although we got a couple new tricks alongside some of the old classics. So let's break down everything he's capable of, because he can do a lot. Just like Geese, he feels like a boss character, He's one of the most famous boss characters of fighting game history, and they absolutely do right by him. And I already said it, but I love the glow up. Like, they let him get visibly older. It's a fight in fighting games for characters to get older. He got older, he got silver hair, got a little bit of purple though. A little bit of purple in those silver hairs. And, well, let's talk some of the stuff. So he's a bigger character. Yes, he's a dash character. I know. It's something about DLC characters that DLC characters are just stuck dashing forever. No runs, but them's the breaks. You may assume him to be like a giant buttons character. Not necessarily, at least on his normals. Like, his normals are pretty serviceable. They're not best in class, at least like just the general standing crouching fare, right? They're okay. His command normals though, oh my lordy. Okay, so forward light, right? Forward light punch. This is an overhead, by the way. Look at this. So this is round start. It hits from round start and it's +6, which means +6, crouch light punch, 6 framer. So yes sirree, no counter hits needed or anything. That's a combo starter in and of itself. Now it's unsafe on block, but still, if you catch him sleeping from like half screen overhead, you will get combos from it. And crouch light punch also will let you get like a level 1 super or something like that. Like, you can get some pretty okay damage. Also, forward heavy punch. Now this is the party starter. Okay, so maybe the regular normals don't got giant range, but forward heavy punch has pretty much just about round start range. So this is a button, to say the least. Now, not only is this a big button, and yes, it is safe on block, so we got a big boy move, right? We can poke, we can do a lot with it. And just for a frame of reference, Chun-Li, her forward heavy punch, which has a lot of range, does not hit from as far away as Krauser's does, right? So big range. But if you can stuff someone, counter hit doesn't have to be a wild punch or anything, just a regular counter hit, right? You can get some pretty okay frame advantage. Specifically, you get +8. His stand jab actually has like really crazy range as well. So if you can hit this a little deep, you will get a stand jab afterwards. So stand jab is not special cancelable, unfortunately, but it is super cancelable. So the reward for just counter hit giant punch can be pretty okay. And once again, at the ranges you want to use it at, other than literally point blank, it is safe on block. So we'll see where it goes, but I got some faith in it. So now let's just get to the moveset. Like, what is the game plan, right? So I guess we gotta talk the classics. He's very famous for 2 things: some projectiles and some leg tomahawks. So first, the projectiles. He is a kind of character that has multiple angles, as in he has a higher one and a low one. And these are quick, they have good recovery, they're very spammable kinds of projectiles. So that's good in and of itself, just controlling multiple lanes. The higher one has slightly faster startup, but it is duckable versus the lower one. Well, ain't ducking that one, right? And the big thing about these guys, besides just like being quick and spammable, right, is you can hold them. And if you hold them, one, delays it, maybe changes people's timing and reacting to it. They're quite a bit slower. Like you can run after these guys, right? And they're also a lot more advantage on block. And so these are all good traits in and of themselves, but normally a regular shot, and fairly enough, a regular shot would trade with any given projectile, as you would expect. A charge shot destroys projectiles and then just goes on the other side and wins. So he automatically, if there's any kind of projectile war going on screen here, he'll just win this stuff. Because like a held fireball will destroy any regular fireball. Now, the charge fireballs will lose to rev fireballs, FYI. But you can also charge your own rev fireball, and charge rev fireball destroys other rev fireballs. So like he's always going to sort of win the zoning war. So you can just kind of mix your patterns, mix your timings, all that stuff's still there. And it should go without saying, but rev fireball point blank, by the way, is also just plus on block. Okay, so that's the fireball end of thing. What about old Leg Tomahawk? So Leg Tomahawk, it's still Leg Tomahawk. Still has huge range. The heavy version can very easily go over stuff. Like if you anticipate anything on the middle of the screen coming your way, just hop right over it. Also, it helps. It's +7. Stand jab, we already talked about. Stand jab, 7 frames. So you think something's coming your way? Bam! Wow, that did more damage than I thought it would too. It's pretty okay. Not the least of which, the heavy version, plus unblock. Because why not, right? So if they, admittedly, it's a little slower, like, but if they don't react, you're just in and you're plus, done. Neutral's over. And the light version, while it's technically not plus, it is negative. The range on it is as such. You can just kind of use it as a poke in and of itself. And if it hits, great. Like, sure. It's not plus like the heavy version is, but sure. Also, the enhanced version, which is just a smidge faster, is also plus on block. And as you would expect, is perfectly serviceable for combos because it keeps people high up in the air, but don't want to get too ahead of ourselves on the move set. Also, before we leave Leg Tomahawk, actually, so it is Fatal Fury, therefore, you know, moves can be broken, they can be feinted, right? And there's a break on Leg Tomahawk. So if you feel you're getting a little too obvious, maybe people will like just defend it or whatever, you can break it and just land, go for a throw or whatever. So we have a long range poke, we got a plus on block advancing neutral skipping move, and we also just have a fake out. So it can do a lot of things. Now, something a bit more workhorse, a bit more plain, but the knee strike. So quarter back and kick, he'll do a hopping knee. And if you head a direction and follow up with another kick, he'll do a follow-up. This is basically like, you know, your hit confirm fodder. Like if you want a quick little combo, this is it, basically. And for combos that are like, you know, close heavy, feint into a ground heavy, the X version is a ground bounce, which sort of writes itself. Basically, world's your oyster and however you want to go about it. Fatal Fury being Fatal Fury, everything's incredibly free form, kind of do things however you want to do them, right? Up to you, but like this is the main combo starter, right? For rev combos, for basic hit confirms, whatever you want to do. The one thing to note is you can kind of delay this stuff. Since you don't have to do the final hit, you don't have to do the final hit. Like you can just land, go for a throw. You can delay the last hit pretty heavily. Like you don't gotta do it right away. So it can be a fake out tool in and of itself. So play around with it. Now, let's talk about him being a grabby boy. So he's got 2 command grabs, a regular one and a jumping one. Now, the regular one, even the fast version, light version, 22 frames. Not the fastest. There's a reason for this, though. There's a very good reason for this. So the light one is the light one, whatever. But the slower ones, the rev and the heavy ones, the reason this is the way it is because this has super armor. And not even super armor, really, hyper armor. I ain't talking no one-hit armor, y'all. I'm talking about armor till it's done. Till we're ready. Like, that's how much armor this has. And the armor kicks in fast. The armor kicks on frame 3. So it's not a true reversal because it won't be like your frame 1 armor wake up. But if you, for whatever reason, feel pressured, you can just armor through whatever nonsense is coming your way, and this will get the job done. Enhanced version's a little faster, still has all that armor, but being enhanced means you can do follow-ups. So if you're looking for a way to turn the game around real quick and you got some meter to dump, this ain't the worst way to do it, is what I'm saying, right? So yeah, armored grabs. Other recent games, some people lost their armored command grabs. Krauser's here to say this is SNK. We don't dumb things down around here. We got armored command grabs. So there's that, and Dragon Punch Motion Punch, he has an anti-air grab, which, okay, makes sense. Like, you jump, I grab you, right? Here's the thing. The heavy and rev versions of these are anti-air and vulnerable frame 1. So, if you jump at me, I can use that to punish you. Okay, well, you know, fighting game logic 101. You jump by Dragon Punch, if you will, right? But this is Fatal Fury. So Fatal Fury, if you make a bad jump, as long as your timing's okay, you can still just defend, right? So if someone tries like uppercut break, get a combo, you can just defend the uppercut break out of it and like go about your merry day, right? But since this is a grab, that means this is one of the few situations, along with the recently introduced Blue Mary, where if you jump, you're sort of just got. Because again, this is invincible to jumping attacks. So if you come in, you're just going for a dunk. And just like that other command grab, like I rev excel it, like I can spend some meter and we're taking some pretty okay damage. So basically the usual way to defend yourself in the air won't work against this move specifically because it is anti-air and vulnerable. This and the Rev Excel version, right? So it gives some pretty good defense. And people, remember those fireballs? People are gonna jump. It's gonna happen. They're gonna get annoyed at this stuff, and eventually even the best players will crack eventually. So when they jump, rest assured, you got this, and then you got a pretty definitive ground to air answer because you're not even just defending your way out of this. So, I don't know, pretty cool, I guess. So that's the main specials. Other things like his Rev Blows, Air Rev Blow is pretty standard. At minimum, at the end of some extended combos, you can use it as a finisher to EX like Tomahawk, so that is something. His grounded Rev Blow, though, it's got some range on it, as you can see. Just to kind of keep with the fact that, like Tomahawks, the projectiles, his control of neutral is pretty good. So it has about round start range, maybe a little bit further than round start range. Just to say, I'm Mr. Neutral, pleased to meet you. As for his supers, Kick Super sort of, the damage super, the combo super. Level 2, a bit more cinematic, big ol' just spin. Close range only. Given he has no traditional uppercut style reversal, he has the anti-air and the grab, but no get off me reversal. The level 1 is gonna be your go-to because that is invincible. So you should save your bar to be safe. The other one, we have Kaiser Wave, another one of the most legendary moves of fighting game history. This is a big boy fireball. And you can hold it, and hold it, and hold it, and hold it. And, maybe people won't stand still that whole time. They better not anyways, but you'll get more damage. Level 2, kind of the same deal. Incredibly fast startup, by the way. Incredible startup. Like, you can hold people hostage. You can react to a fireball full screen and get it punished for, right? So, sort of like Marco before some of the nerfs. This is boss privilege that you can just hold people hostage whiffing stuff from full screen. And also, this is holdable as well. And again, people, they're probably, let's say, at least they're going to block it, right? But, say they do block it. Have a look at Chun-Li's rev gauge on block. If they block, the full charge level 3 version. Oh, that's almost instant burnout in and of itself, right? It'll raise you to 95% of your full gauge. So if you're anything above, say 5%, if that were to connect, you're overheated immediately. So I don't know how much of an actual strategy that'll be, to be honest with you, but it'll be something that'd be fun to play along with because other characters don't get to do silly stuff like that. And for the hidden gear, well, it's the hidden gear, right? So big cinematic, you're gonna get the mother of all Kaiser Waves. You're gonna see it just get blasted, right? Like, this is the signature attack. This is almost like a Dragon Ball move at this point, yeah. You can see the smoke coming off his fingers. Looks really cool. Like, they do them well. If you like Krauser from back in the day, if you are a fan of the character, this is a love letter from the stage to the moveset to the everything they gave him, plus, you know, some of the really silly stuff like the guard points on the command grabs. Yo, he feels like a playable boss character, just like Geese, right? Geese felt pretty dang good out of the gate. Krauser, tier-wise, who knows? You got to put it out into the wild to see, but he feels good. He presents good out of the gate. This brings back good memories for an old-timer like myself, at a minimum. So, as of the time of me making this video, I actually have no idea when it comes out. Probably, hopefully not too long from now. And if you're looking just to see what he does, if you're interested in the character, hey, here we go. And we got more to come. After Krauser, we have a mystery character. I don't even know who that's going to be. We have Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. Things are looking up. We got a lot more life yet in Fatal Fury. A lot more big reveals to happen. So, that's cool stuff. So get along for the ride. Pick up the game. It's on sale pretty often. We got lots of DLC. Like, there's a lot going on here, and they're not pulling the brakes anytime soon. So see what it's all about, I guess. But yeah, so my friends, that is Wolfgang Krauser for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. In my initial testing, all I got to say is thumbs up. I think he's pretty cool. That said, my friends, that's it for me, and that's it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Fatal Fury.
This is the love making.